Why hello there. This video is going to be a review of the House of Glam palette by MyNena Makeup. They are a cruelty-free company from Puerto Rico, and they were kind enough to send this palette to me for free to review for you guys. And spoiler alert, I love this palette. It is absolutely gorgeous. As you can see, I'm wearing it on my eyes right now. It has all the colors of the rainbow and a very pigmented black, which I love. Now this palette is currently sold out, but maybe by the time I put this video up, it will be back in stock. And this is currently being sold on their website for $19. So as soon as I opened up this palette, I knew I had to create several different looks for you guys instead of just one. So this video will be showing you how I achieved all 3 looks using this palette, including the one that I'm wearing on my eyes right now. So let's get right into the tutorials. I'm going to start off priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion and starting with this really dark, glorious, deep color. I'm not sure if it's purple or dark green, but either way, I like it. So I lied. I'm going to use the Kat Von D Concealer Creme in L5 Neutral to prime my eyes instead, because this stuff is super pigmented. Oh dang, that's black. That looks really nice. Holy crap. And I'm just patting it on very gently too. I'm not really going too crazy with my brush. Dang, this might be my new favorite black. And I just want to have it in the outer half of my eye because I want to save room for all the beautiful rainbow colors to go on here next. So for the first color that I'm going to put on my inner corners, I'm going to go in with this red here. I'm really impressed that this palette has like 0 kick up when I dip into the shadow. I'll put the red on the inner corner here. Ooh, wow, that is a nice red too. And also worth noting, I did not set the concealer with anything. I just put the shadow directly on top of it once it dried down a little bit, and I blended it out with my finger. So now that we've got the red in our inner corners, I'm going to go in with this orange shade here. On that same brush, I cleaned it off in between each color with this color cleaner. You can get it for like $2 in the app Wish. I'm just going to dip into that orangey shade there. And I'm putting that right on top of the red. So now I'm going to go into that lovely yellow color right next to the orange. So for the yellow, I'm finding I have to go in a couple of times to pack on the pigment a little bit more for it to show up, but it is definitely there. I'm bringing each color out a little farther than I want it to be on my eye so that I can have some space to blend the next color into it, if that makes sense. So next up in the colors is this lovely green shade. Reminds me of Slytherin. And for those of you who know about Harry Potter and have taken your Pottermore quiz, I am in Slytherin house, which I was very excited about. Ooh, it's a nice green, look at that. So now, after I've got my green on there, I'm going to go into this lovely royal blue color and put that right next to the green. I'm running out of room for my colors. Ooh, I really like how the blue is layering over the green right there. So if you want to recreate this look, I would leave a little bit more space for the purple. Don't do what I did. I got a little too excited with the black there. And for the final color for the upper lid, I'm gonna go in with this matte purple. There are 2 purples in the palette. This one is shimmer and this one is matte. So I'm gonna go in with that one and blend that into the black. Yes, oh, I love it. I love it, I don't care. I love how it's showing up even on top of the black. That's impressive. Perfect. So now we've got all the colors of the rainbow on there. And the last step for blending this top eyeshadow look, the last step for blending this look is to just go over with each of the colors again and blend them into each other a little bit more so there's not such a stark difference between each color. And then you're done with the top of your eyeball. So now that I've got all of the colors on and I'm pretty happy with my blending, I just want to take a clean, fluffy brush. This one has Lisa Frank unicorns all over it. And you can either just use the fluffy brush itself to blend out the shadow with nothing on it, or you can take a flesh tone, skin toned eyeshadow and use that to blend out the colors. I personally prefer to use a skin tone eyeshadow because I feel like it makes the transition a little more seamless. But I just go very lightly along the outer edge of where I place the colors to make it look like it's fading into my skin. And the key to this is just to take your time and be very gentle. So I'm pretty happy with this. Now I'm going to add some liquid eyeliner. I'm using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. Boop. It's one of my favorite eyeliners because it dries matte, it's very easy to work with, has a super fine tip. So I usually draw on my initial shape with that NYX matte liner, and then I go in with my Kat Von D Trooper, this is a mini, and I make that really sharp. And the easiest way to get a sharp wing like that is as you're drawing, lift up. So instead of holding it down, doing that straight across your eye, lift up so it kind of trails off at the very end. That's how you get that super sharp little tip. So for the final part of this look, I'm going to take the Kat Von D Basket Case eyeliner and just line my waterline and my lower lash line with that. And I'm just quickly going to smudge that out using a smaller fluffy brush, because once this eyeliner sets, it does not move. Then I'm going to dip back into that black shadow from the palette on this little fluffy brush and just blend out the bottom lash line. So starting with that yellow shade from the palette, I'm just going to pat that onto my inner corner here. I may have to go in several times because the yellow is not as pigmented as the others, but that's okay. So now I'm just taking the orange shade from this palette. I'm going to be blending that into the yellow on my eye in preparation for this cut crease. And now I'm taking this tape and I'm going to put that at an angle in my eye in preparation for the pink shade. And I'm going to do my best to match the angle on both sides. And now I'm going in with this pink shade for the outer half of the eye. Now the only thing I wish this palette had was a transition shade. I'm going to go into my Edward Scissorhands palette and use this shade called Heart Shaped Cookie. I'm just going to blend out the top of the colors using that and a fluffy, clean brush. So as you can see, I added some more orange and pink on the outer corner. I'm only going to do a half cut crease. So I took some makeup remover and a Q-tip and just started wiping away wherever I wanted there to be no eyeshadow for the yellow part. And the remover I'm using is the Lancome Bifacial Face Micellar Water, or Micellar Water, however you say it. So now that that's been carved out, I will then go in with the concealer and just a little bit put a base for the color that I want to go there. And once I'm happy with my cut crease, I'm just going into that same Sugar Pill palette with the Heart Shaped Cookie shade and just patting that on top of my concealer. And then just make sure to get a fluffy brush and go back and forth between your transition shade and the orange shade and make a nice seamless transition. Alright, so let's see if this worked. Dun, da, da. Ooh, not bad. Not bad at all. If you feel like you never get your eyeliner to come out really sharp, just put some tape on your eye and just draw on top of the tape. So I cleaned up my eyeliner using my trusty Kat Von D Trooper. Now it's very sharp and pointy. And for my under eye, I'm going to put on a white pencil for a base. And this is the Feathered Pencil by OCC, Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. And just blend that out with my finger. And this is just to give the shadows something to stick to. And now I'm going to pat the colors in the same order on my eyes that they are on top. So the orange in the middle, and now I'm adding the yellow, and finally the pink. And for my waterline, I'm using this Rimmel pencil in the shade Nude. And it's just a very pale nude color, and that helps to open up and brighten my eyes. And for this look, I really want to show off the eyeliner and the colors, so I'm not going to wear any false lashes. So I'm going to go straight in with my mascara, and CoverGirl just sent me their new Flourish mascara and the Lash Blast Amplify Primer, so I'm excited to use these guys. I'm going to go in with the Lash Primer first, and just coat my lashes with that. So now I've coated both my upper and lower lashes in the primer, and we'll see what happens after this dries. And now that that is dried, I'm going to go in with the mascara. It's got some nice coverage there. And it's very black, which I always like. I remember when I was younger, my go-to mascara was always the orange. This same kind of shape and bottle, but it was bright orange. That was my favorite mascara of all time. So I really love what this mascara did for my lashes, especially my lower ones. They look very full and spidery. So that's the eyes done. And now I'm going to put on the rest of my face and be right back. And this is the final look, guys. I feel like a tropical beach babe. And now, on to the next one. So to start off this final look, I'm using my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden. I don't know why I'm British all of a sudden. It just happened, and I'm going to roll with it to the rest of the tutorial in a British accent. To set my lid, I'm going to go into my Morphe 350 palette. It doesn't really matter what eyeshadow you use to do this, but I'm going to take a mix of these two shades and just put it all over my lid up to my brow bone, and then we're going to move on from there. And the main reason I'm doing this is because I find that whenever I wear eyeliner alone on my top lid, it always tends to come off, and whenever I put like an eyeshadow down, it minimizes that. You know what, guys? I think this is the first time I've ever really been so unhappy with something. So the colors just look very muddy. I can do better. So, that being said, I'm gonna wipe this off, and I'm gonna try again tomorrow using the same techniques. So I'll be right back. So as you can see, my second attempt was much better. I used black face paint to get my initial wing, and then I just ended up blending each of the colors into that using a white base, which was the NYX pencil in milk. And I just patted the eyeshadows on top, and it looks so much better. So that's what I'm doing on this side now. Taking the yellow shade first, patting that on my inner corner. Then I'm taking the orange shade. And now I'm taking the red. And now I'm taking the pink, blending that into the red. And after that, I'm going to put the purple, the darker purple, the matte one. There are two purples in this palette. I've been using the dark matte one for all of my looks so far. Now that I've got my pink and my purple down, I'm taking my blue and patting that into the purple and up into the black wing. And then the last color, also as you can see, I have tape here to make sure that it doesn't go above this sharp line here. Green for Slytherin. So to get that nice blend, I'm just putting each of the shadows on again, just dipping back into the pen and just really patting them, not swirling them at all. And I'm putting them up far into the black and into each other as well, so there's that nice blend where you can't really tell where one color starts and the other begins. And then after this I'm going to put black so it blends and you can't really see that edge of the liner anymore. So one thing I noticed, if I put too much black when I blended down into the rainbow, it started to get muddy, so just a very, very tiny bit of black helps to cover up that eyeshadow line. And don't blend too far down because then it'll turn into a muddy mess like yesterday. So I'm going to take off my tape. Ta-da! Beautiful! Exactly as I planned. So now for the finishing step, I'm just putting some Kat Von D concealer on a small little brush and trying to clean up that eyeliner because for some reason I can't get it to look completely straight. Maybe my eyelids are just being super wrinkly today. And then I'm going to move on to the lashes. No, I lied. For the final step for my eyeballs before the lashes and the mascara, I'm just putting the Kat Von D basket case. Come off! Onto my eyelid. Come forth. It's not working. Why? Have you formed crusties? There we go. So as I was saying, putting it in my waterline, I almost said squinging. I'm squinging it out. I am blending it out into the rainbow colors on my lower lash line. So now that I've done the rest of my face, as you can see, I used my CoverGirl Lash Blast Primer first to coat my lashes and make them white. And I'm going to use the Flourish mascara and make them all nice and black and lovely. And if anyone is wondering what the different lip products are that I use, this is a mixture of the Roxy lip liner and lipstick from Kat Von D. I don't know how to fix this because this black, I don't know if it's the face paint or the eyeshadow, but it keeps going onto my crease and my eyes here and I don't know how to fix it. It makes me sad. But after this mascara, that'll be the end for this look. And this is the final look. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. This was a little challenging to film, but we finally got it. Got it in the end. And now stay tuned for my final thoughts on the palette. So my final thoughts on this palette are, obviously, I love it. I think all the colors are amazing. The only color that wasn't as pigmented as I would have liked for it to be was the yellow. And that was also the only color that I found had a bit of fallout. All of the other colors had zero kickback when I dipped into the pan with my brush. And I had zero fallout on my face, as you guys saw in the tutorials. So I think that this is an amazing palette, definitely worth your money, and I can't wait to keep using this in the future for my everyday looks. So thank you so much, MyNena, for sending this to me. I love the palette, you did an amazing job with it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. It's all about that bottom. All about that. Oh, hi camera, focus please. I'm over here. Hi. There we go. No, maybe yes. Stay. Don't hurt yourself in regret. Just love yourself and you're sad. Because the yellow shade of little is I can't speak words. This is why it's good that YouTube has editing. It's true though, people get excited when I show my armpits for whatever reason. I'm strung out, I'm chilling away. Super exciting part of this tutorial. La 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 la.